This is Ramalinga Prasad Kuppa. Welcome to my channel Pharma World. Today's topic is handling of contract manufacturers as per section 16 of ICH Q7. Let us understand what is contract manufacturing. It is a manufacturing activity carried out by an approved third party on behalf of the original manufacturer. Contract manufacturing is carried out for various reasons and strategies. They include non-availability of adequate infrastructure, capacity constraints in terms of process volumes, some special monopoly technologies, excess volumes of the intermediate stages, etc. Important point to note is that the contract manufacturer processes the materials on behalf of the original manufacturer who entered into contract for manufacture of specific stages of the process. Also, the contract manufacturer should be approved by the original manufacturer to carry out such activity. It is considered as an extension of the original manufacturer. So, it is not considered as a separate independent entity. It is in fact considered as an extension of the contract giver, the original manufacturer. Original manufacturer, the contract giver, is responsible for compliance to GMP at contract site. Since it is considered as an extension of the contract giver, the original manufacturer is responsible for compliance to GMP. The original manufacturer cannot ignore away the responsibility of compliance to GMP and to quality of the product manufactured at contract site. It is their total responsibility to ensure compliance to GMP. You may have to monitor this compliance fully. The third party contract testing laboratories are considered as extension of original manufacturer's QC laboratory. Even a third party laboratory is considered as an extension of the original manufacturer's laboratory. The QC manager is responsible to check whether or not the testing activities at contract manufacturer facility are validated and the data is reviewed for compliance. All GMP controls that are being complied with at the original manufacturer have to be maintained at contract manufacturing site also. A detailed system should be in place to address this important issue. All GMP controls, including electronic data generated, have to be monitored. So, all necessary GMP, GLP controls have to be complied with. Let us see the requirement. Section 16.10 prescribes all contract manufacturers, including laboratories, should comply with the GMP defined in this guide. Special consideration should be given to the prevention of cross-contamination and to maintain the traceability. The contract manufacturer should comply to necessary GMP controls as prescribed in ICH Q7. It is necessary to prepare a detailed leading checklist based on the ICH Q7 for all sections. Though the prevention of cross-contamination is a part of the GMP, it is necessary to ensure that the contract manufacturer does not cross-contaminate the contract giver product with some of the contract manufacturer's products. Traceability of the materials used should also be maintained in full detail. This is the understanding of section 16.10. Section 16.11 prescribes Contract manufacturer, including laboratories, should be evaluated by the contract giver to ensure GMP compliance of the specific operations occurring at the contract sites. This section 16.11 prescribes that the contract sites have to be evaluated. This is done by an audit of the contract facility. The audit process should be equivalent to any regulatory audit of the original manufacturer site. All the details of the audit findings have to be recorded and conclusions on approval has to be recorded. When it comes to audit of the contract laboratory, it is more important to check the performance of the sophisticated instruments like HPLC, GC, etc., calibration status of such critical equipment, etc. Capability of the analytical staff for accurate performance has to be checked through the training records. Data loggers' performance for electronic equipment should be checked in detail. Access controls and other controls have to be reviewed thoroughly for compliance. All this information should be part of the inspection report. Section 16.12 prescribes there should be a written and approved contract or formal agreement between the contract giver and the contract acceptor that defines in detail the GMP responsibilities, including the quality measures of each party. This is another important section. There should be a mutually agreed contract agreement. The contract should include, but not limited to, the commercial terms, the product delivery terms, quality related issues. The quality related issues should include reporting of any deviations, OI's investigation reports, any abnormalities, information on any regulatory inspections happened during the contract period, etc., with details and data. Quality measures include a detailed checklist on responsibilities on either side. That means what are the responsibilities of contract manufacturer and what are the responsibilities of the contract giver have to be clear. There may be common overlapping responsibilities that also should be reflected in the checklist completely. Section 16.13 prescribes the contract should permit the contract giver to audit the contract acceptor's facilities for compliance with GMP. This section prescribes that the contract manufacturer should allow the contract giver to audit the contract manufacturer's facility as mutually agreed. This is to ensure the ongoing compliance to the GMP requirements. Section 16.14 prescribes where subcontracting is allowed, the contract acceptor should not pass to a third party any of the work entrusted to him under the contract without the contract giver's prior evaluation and approval of the arrangements. This is important. The contract manufacturer should not subcontract any part of the contract to another subcontractor without the consent and approval of the original manufacturer. Section 16.15 prescribes manufacturing and laboratory records should be kept at site where the activity occurs and be readily available. This is equivalent to the practices of the original manufacturer QC laboratory. In case of any data required during any regulatory or customer inspection of the original manufacturer, the contract manufacturer should be in a position to share the data immediately to support the original manufacturer. Section 16.16 prescribes changes in process, equipment, test methods, specifications, or other contractual requirements should not be made unless the contract giver is informed and approves the changes. This section is also important to focus. The contract manufacturer should not change any equipment or specifications or any other contract terms without communicating the original manufacturer and get approval to do so. All these aspects have to be part of the quality agreement between the contract giver and contract manufacturer. I hope that the requirements for handling a contract manufacturing are understood well. In fact, many think that contract manufacturing or contract testing is not the responsibility of the original manufacturer. Even one test done at the third party laboratory, it should be handled as described in this section. Review your existing policy on the contract manufacturer and check whether or not these aspects are captured. If not, revise suitably. Thanks for watching. For more videos, please do subscribe, like and share. Thank you.